lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been forever since I made a video, but today we are going to be doing another Witchcraft 101 video, and the topic of today's video is 10 basic herbs that every witch, new or experienced, should have. Now, of course, I think that there are so many. I have hundreds myself of herbs, spices, and flowers, and I grow my own, but I am kind of a hedge witch, if you know anything about my business. So, with that, these are my 10. So, I want you to also keep in mind, I am not including every use for them. It's just some main uses. All of them have a ton more medicinal uses, and I do make medicinal things, and other witches do, but I didn't include many of those uses. I didn't even use all of the ones that you can use for spells, but alas, here's my list. So first, rosemary. Rosemary is really good for cleansing, protection, love, mental clarity, focus, prosperity, luck, a happy marriage, health, ridding of nightmares, banishing negative energy, summon fairies, and if we go into medicinal, there are a lot of things it can be used for, including pain and inflammation. But like I said, there's a lot, but that I want to take forever. Next is sage. I think sage is an obvious one that even people that are not into the craft, who might be new age or just spiritual people, know, or don't even have to be, know what sage typically is used for. Obviously, like banishing and cleansing negativity and the energy and your aura and your home, but it can also be used to bless the home, which a lot of people also know that. But other uses are it is connected to the wisdom of the crone, emotional and mental overall stability, helping with wishes, a magic booster. It's really good to use sage before you are about to do any form of magic, whether it's a spell or just making something or doing a ritual. Just in general, even just meditation, just in general, using sage prior is good. Prosperity, breaking free from old habits and connections, people, etc. Banish nightmares, and of course, banishing negative entities. I mean, it's so popular now, the idea of smudge sticks, that even Sephora at one point was going to come out with a basic beginner's witch kit. So mugwort can be used for astral travel and prevent astral attacks, warding off psychic attacks, and also helps increase psychic abilities, connecting to the other side, communicating with the dead while being protected, depression and anxiety, obviously not increasing it, but, you know, decreasing it, clairvoyance, overall protection, warding off evil, and prophetic dreams, purification, things like that. Next on my list is another obvious one, which is lavender. So obviously lavender helps with calming anxiety and stress, giving an overall tranquility. It helps with cleansing, meditation, protection. Oh, if you mix it with sage, it's really good at cleansing and blessing your home. Purification, happiness, love and sexuality, psychic protection, healing, sleep, and overall just clairvoyance. Obviously, there's a lot of things that lavender can be used for, especially in the medicinal ways, but that's just some of them. The next is chamomile, which again is another one that has some obvious usages, such as calming anxiety and helping with sleep. But it also is good for love, wealth, money, purification, cleansing, banishing negative energies and entities and mindsets, helping with your overall well-being, removing negative energies from the home as well, helps with lowering depression, and some of the medicinal purposes is for the nervous system, allergies, and can be helped with pain. But of course, for magical and medicinal, there's so many more for all of these. Basil. So basil is really good for money, love, luck, divination, courage, stress reduction, creativity, justice. So if you have to go to court, or you want to try and bring justice to a situation or towards a certain person, basil is really good to use for those type of spells, or for a charm base, whatever it is that you're doing, candle magic, what have you. So stress reduction, health purposes, travel, protection of travel. So having some basil in your car might be really good for both luck and protecting you from any form of accidents, etc. Helping with strength, lowering anger, so good for anger management and fear management, overall protection, exorcisms, and breaking curses. So bay leaf is one that a lot of people use for spells where they will write on it, and part of that is because it is really good for making wishes come true and as a magic booster. So it's you'll see it in a lot of like spells if you haven't been creating your own and you're still mainly just looking up spells. Yeah, so it's really good for that. Prosperity and money is one of the main purposes for it. Again, protection. You're going to see a lot of the same things said over and over for a lot of these. Success, psychic development, drive out harmful, unwanted energies, like negative energies and entities, again. Astral projection, again. Psychic dreams, reducing stress, and healing. Yarrow. So Yarrow, I feel like, is very underrated. Not in general within the pagan world, but when you see like these lists for, these are like the essential herbs that all newcomers should be having, you rarely see yarrow. I think I've only seen yarrow on like a couple lists like that, but I use it a lot, and I think it's important. It's really good for love stuff, and mixed with rose, which is not on the list, but and with rosemary and things like that, it's really, really good. So, and lavender. So healing, love, psychic powers, magic boosting, banishing, courage, communication. It's really good during Mercury retrograde, as is a couple others that I'm going to be talking about. I mean, we are in number 7, but divination, wedding and marriage, luck. It used to be used at one point for marriages, like at the wedding, they would have yarrow, and it would help for 7 years of good luck within the marriage, for example. It also helps with protecting newborns, like hanging yarrow in the baby's bedroom above the crib. It also helps with protecting the pregnancy itself and helping with labor, as well as protecting the person during labor from any harm. Contacting a specific person, whether alive or who has passed. Cleansing your aura, and removing distractions. So the next, number 9, that was actually 8, not 7. Thyme, or thyme. Some people say thyme, some say thyme. Hey, everyone talks different. I'm not gonna hate on you. So this is another one that's somewhat underrated for, again, these type of lists. It's not commonly put on there. I'm not saying it's never, just not commonly. But it's another good one that I think a lot of people should have when they're first starting out. So, psychic abilities, sleep, love, wealth and fortune, healing, cleansing past pain and sorrow. So it's really good for people who have trauma and to let go of a lot of that pain. Purification, typically purification of your mental health and emotional overall, but also purification in general. Again, attracting fairies, helps with bravery. Some medicinal purposes I'm going to include are asthma, bronchitis, wounds, and ridding nightmares, which is not really medicinal, I'm just adding it. And my last one is mint. Now, of course, we know that there's like peppermint, there's spearmint, there's all these different types of mints that you can use. But we're talking about just mint. So connecting to the other side, working with the crossroads and Hecate, or Hecate, however you want to pronounce that. Prosperity, love, luck, vitality, mental abilities, protects against evil and injuries, helps with communication. So like as I said when I was talking about Yarrow, again, Mercury retrograde, really good, helpful for that. Energy boosting, but it helps with communication. I know I'm going back to communication with the dead as well. It's really good for that. So mint and mugwort are really good for that kind of stuff. But yeah, so energy boosting, indigestion, sinuses, headaches, pain are all some of the medicinal things. A lot on this list together can be used for inflammation and severe pain things such as like fibromyalgia, any muscle pains and aches, dreams, exorcism and curses, and protection in general. So again, the full list is rosemary, sage, mugwort, lavender, chamomile, basil, bay leaf, yarrow, thyme or thyme, and mint. So that's my accumulative list for herbs that every witch, whether you are just starting off or you are experienced for decades upon decades, should have to start off with or have in your home in general if you've been practicing. Of course, there are so many spices, flowers, and herbs that I totally recommend that are great for so many different uses. And as many of you know who know about my business, I use herbs and essential oils in so much. I mean, that's pretty much most of what I do because, like I said, I'm kind of a hedge witch. I don't like to label myself anymore. I have gone through various stages. I'm just eclectic now. But yep, that's my list. If people have other ones that they recommend for people who might be watching who are new to the craft or just kind of getting interested, please put them below. And please check out my shop. I'm sending out a newsletter tonight on the new moon, so please sign up for my newsletter. Check out all my links, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Whenever it is I get around to being able to make another video. I'm so sorry to those. I've been getting like messages on my biz page, and some people found my old modeling page and have been messaging saying how much they like my videos and they miss me making videos, so I thought I'd put one together. When I do make another one, I think the next one's going to be on Freya. So, that's that. I love you all. Blessed be, and have a great new moon and a great June. All right.